Hey guys, Jay-Games here again. This is going to be what if Naruto was raised within the Anbu. Now, you guys do hear noise in the background? I'm downtown and, well, I don't want to go into the doctor's office, so I'm sitting in a car. So you guys will likely hear cars going by here and there. Or people talking, so yeah. Because downtown, there's Teslas, there's trucks, there's semi-trucks. Alright. So basically in this one, Naruto is raised in the same orphanage as Kabuto. Kabuto, canonically, I believe, is 6 years older than Naruto. Chunin exams, Naruto's 13, Kabuto is 19. And Naruto briefly, well, he's in the orphanage when he's 3, Kabuto is 9. And Naruto briefly knew Kabuto, as Kabuto was the one tasked to take care of Naruto, since Kabuto didn't have any chores to do around the orphanage. And when Kabuto would go off to the Anbu, Naruto actually begged Danzo to let him in the Anbu. Now, Danzo thought this is the perfect idea to let Naruto become an Anbu member and control a tailed beast, or basically have a tailed beast under his command. Which he brought up to Hiruzen, and Naruto actually didn't want to do the Anbu because of Kabuto. So with this, Kabuto's training, a 3-year-old Naruto joined as well. Now, Naruto basically had to learn how to talk normally first. He'd already walk and run. Talking was his main thing. Because they kept teaching him how to talk and will improve his walking and running. Well, Naruto trained a lot longer than Kabuto did. Kabuto trained until he was about early teenager, so he's about 15, actually. And, Naruto trained till he was about 6. When he was 6, Naruto blossomed relatively quickly, being able to basically have no sound when he moves. You can barely even hear him hear him breathe. And it's the point where even if he does blink, you won't even notice it. Naruto could blink 1,000 times more than an average human, and you still will never see him blink once. Because he believes the fact that if you blink once, that's a perfect chance for someone to sneak and kill you. So yes. When Naruto is 6, he's not given the same missions as Kabuto. In fact, he's put in Team Row. Because his Anbu training was the same as Kabuto, and he learned a lot faster, on Team Row, he does even more missions than Itachi. As Itachi did not really do Anbu missions unless they were miscellaneous or surveillance. He was on the battlefield with Kakashi, who didn't know that this was Naruto. In fact, Naruto's hair was dyed a lighter shade of blonde to make it nearly white, like Kakashi's. And Naruto's name is Menma. He's not given a last name, they just call him Menma. So yes. And Naruto doesn't know what Itachi is because Naruto's a kid and Hiruzen does still pull strings. Naruto is not really let on so many missions outside of, he's not really on too many missions outside of, killing. So yeah. So because Naruto isn't allowed to kill as much, he does do a little bit of it as long as he has Kakashi or Yamato with him. So yeah, but if Kakashi and Yamato are on their missions before Naruto is able to go on his, he's surveillancing the Uchiha or the village with Itachi. Point where he even reveals his true identity to Itachi. Itachi, feeling that Naruto was his only friend, decided to lay into Naruto everything that he could, even with Shisui. Naruto even met Shisui, and, Naruto, Shisui, and Itachi get along as a pretty good friend group. So yes, they even hung out outside the Anbu. So yeah. And eventually we go on to Naruto when he's 7 now. And this is hence the Uchiha Massacre. Now, Danzo he trained Naruto a little too well. And not to this point, he's had 4 years of Anbu training. Kabuto had roughly about 6. But Naruto was a genius, and almost ever since the word, it was just, he strived for love so much, he missed out on training. So yeah. And you can tell he's a prodigy because he learned multi-Sharingan Jutsu and Sharingan Jutsu. And still, this is also because of his chakra, but still, he learned how to do it in the matter of an hour. So, yeah. And that jutsu was created by Tobirama, one of the most complex men in Naruto. So this speaks to how complex the jutsu could have been. So yeah. But Naruto was basically able to sit behind Danzo. Danzo didn't even feel it, or no one saw him. And Naruto heard every detail of Danzo's plan to Itachi, or not to Itachi, but his plan for Shisui in front of everyone. As soon as Danzo was about to turn around, Naruto had already body flickered away. Naruto then ran to the Uchiha compound, and Fugaku was asking Naruto why he's here. Or Menma, because Naruto's hair is different, and his eye color is a bit different. Naruto wears contacts in the village, unless he's at home. So yeah. His hair dye also comes out with just water alone, so if it's raining, he doesn't really leave his house or leave the Anbu compound. So yeah. But Naruto then ran, as he then saw Sai in the bushes. He threw a kunai at Sai jumped back, Naruto appeared behind him and said, Sai, you know about Itachi, right? Because Sai is an Anbu as well. He's Naruto's age, he had the same kind of training at the same time. Because Don's like, oh, we already have another kid, Sai could benefit. So yeah. Now, Naruto also knew Sai's brother, but yeah. Sai says, he was sent there for surveillance Naruto because he couldn't find him. Naruto simply said, shut up, come with me, because you do know Itachi. So with this, they end up running, and they end up going all the way to where Itachi and Shisui just left. Itachi asking why Naruto and Sai are there, or why Menma and Sai are there. Naruto told them like Danzo's plan to the T. And Naruto simply told Sai he needs Sai to kill Uchiha, or incapacitate him. Doesn't even kill him and just take him down. Sai doesn't know if he could, but Naruto simply says that fine, he'll do it. Just teach him Ninja B scroll. Sai's like, well, you can't learn it that fast, Naruto. Naruto says chakra in pen, chakra go in pen goes chakra in the ink, which goes to the paper. I got it. Tell me. So I gave Naruto a 5-minute briefing of how to do it, and Naruto mastered it in those 5 minutes. He wrote the scroll, ran off. There's a lot of cars going by, I know. But, yeah. But Naruto basically ran off, got behind Uchiha, used a snake, and the snake wrapped around Uchiha's neck, and then went into his eyes as soon as he tried to make bugs come from them to scare Naruto. He didn't even know it was Naruto, he just knew that something was wrapped around his neck. That, a lot of the holes that would emit bugs, Naruto's covering up with ink, making the bugs basically get flustered, and Yoji basically passes out from them taking up too much chakra. The bugs don't kill him, but simply they took too much chakra, they were inactive. Yoji himself went inactive, as he just fainted. Nasai basically has his taunt ready, and it will ready to be thrown at the guy who's about to use Genjutsu on Shisui, or paralysis on Shisui. Itachi's waiting in the tree, waiting for Danzo. These all the Anbu in the back were already killed by Itachi. They're not killed, but they're strung up in a tree and then tied up with kunai and string. So yeah. And right as Danzo tried to grab Shisui's Sharingan, Shisui jumped back, saying, what the hell are you doing? Danzo says, wait, what? You're paralyzed. You weren't dying. She's like, what are you talking about? Only for a Wakizashi to be thrown straight into Danzo's hand. Danzo then yelled in pain. He immediately tried to use his Sharingan, but pause. So yeah. So with this, well, Danzo doesn't see Naruto appear below him. And Naruto simply used a kunai, cut Danzo's arm free, and using a senbone and a bit of his B scroll. So I had to use a bit of ink to basically blind the Sharingan, making them inactive for a split second, allowing Naruto, Itachi, and Shisui to incapacitate Danzo before he realized who had attacked him. All the ink is cleaned up, and then they run off. Shishui's pantsing wondering what's going on, and Naruto simply says, Danzo wants your eyes. The meeting's happening right now, so go as fast as you can. I'll hold back Danzo and any other Anbu that try to get it back up. Well, Shisui says, do you think you can hold back all these Anbu? And Naruto smirked, saying, you guys have met another genius like him in the Anbu? That's counting Itachi. And I'm not doubting that, because Naruto learned the Sharingan in 1 week. The big prodigy in Naruto may have been Boruto, actually, despite, prodigies not being too well referenced, because, one, Boruto and Naruto strive for one thing that does not relate to being a shinobi. So, yeah. Like, Naruto wanted to be Hokage, but never did any action to become a Hokage besides enter the academy. Boruto wants Naruto's love, and wants to be Sasuke's student, and he does strive for Sasuke's student, does try to be Sasuke's student, but doesn't really do anything unless Sasuke tells him to. And, Naruto and him have a good relationship, so Boruto just needs to stop bitching, so, yeah. But, yeah. So, Naruto was able to wait for Itachi, or Shisui, who came back. As he came back, he's, kind of panting, and, wondering, not wondering, but covering his one eye, saying, he has the Genjutsu done, but he's tired. And Naruto had come back with everyone strung to trees, or strung to rock, using senbone and kunai. But they realize that Naruto's arm's covered in blood, and they ask him why. He simply says that he killed Uchiha, and he did a certain jutsu as he used a scroll. He says that he's had a few small holes in his body. In those few small holes, he let Uchiha's bugs into his body. And he says he has perfect chakra control, so he can control them all relatively easily. They were shocked by this, but at least Yoji's not in their way. Yoji's bugs, I believe they are tracking paralysis and poison, and I think that's it. Tracking paralysis and poison, that's all Yoji can do. But he's so good at it that Danzo loves him, so yeah. Danzo, some of his top favorite shinobi are Aburames. So, yeah. But Naruto with this would basically tell Shisui that he has a scroll on Danzo, and it's like kind of like Danzo's own story. The eye in Danzo's right eye belongs to Kagami Uchiha. Shisui says, Kagami, that's my grandfather. Naruto immediately says, what if you swap your blind eye for now? It'd be blind for some amount of time, right? He says, yes, Kodoma's Kami has a time limit because I don't have enough chakra to control it properly. Ultimately ran, taking Danzo's eye out of him, and offers it up to Shisui. Shisui just nodded, as he ended up basically cutting out his own eye. And with this, well, he then would, as he basically ended up taking out his own eye, and then put Kagami's in. Now, this would not basically give Shisui an MS, but it now reduces the time limit on Kodomatsu Kami from 10 years to basically about a few days. So, yeah. With this, Naruto holds on to this eye, and Shisui will put it in a crow. And Naruto doesn't mind that, so, yeah. So this crow basically follows on Itachi, as Shisui then says, well, he survived, and Danzo can likely frame him for this, so he has no choice but to leave. When he made sure that Kodoma's Kami is effective enough to actually, take the Uchiha's hatred, and make them see the light and truth of Konoha. Which made Itachi thank him, saying, the truth of the Uchiha and their hate for Konoha. The Konoha's weary of them, but Konoha doesn't hate them. All the hate they muster up is mustered up mentally, and then expressed in the wrong way. With this, the Uchiha see what's going on, but they know how to change it now. With this, the Uchiha found a way of change that isn't destroying Konoha with a coup. And with this, Shisui decides to leave Konoha, but then Itachi says he'll go with him. With this, Itachi decides to leave, but Sai looks at Itachi and says something's off about him, very off. And Naruto simply says, wait, Shisui, come here. She went over as Naruto actually asked him about the crow summoning jutsu, and they got it. So with this, Naruto and Shisui, he basically exchange a contract with crows, and they can basically summon crows back and forth. So yes. Naruto has his own contract and give it to Shisui. Shisui gave his contract to Naruto. They can summon birds in and out that belong to one another. So yes. With this, the bird that now follows Itachi now follows Sasuke. With this, Itachi and Shisui leave Konoha under the reason of treason. Or they leave Konoha because they'd be arrested for treason for killing Yoji Aburame and all of the guards of Danzo and taking one of Danzo's eyes. But Hiruzen does reprimand Danzo for actually having a Sharingan eye arm. So there's no coup. The Uchiha just know how to be better. And Naruto and Sai are now they're in Team Robo Kakashi and Kakashi and Yamato. So yeah. And Naruto's kind of curious about Widow release, but knows a better place to find it than the archive that Kakashi already told him about. Naruto's in Hiruzen's office as Hiruzen had left, taking down all of his guards. Soul Scroll was healing and had looked into it. He memorized every jutsu in it, and now knows how to do a lot of them. We go to Naruto now when he's 13. When he's 13, he left the Anbu with Kakashi, who became a teacher. Yamato himself stayed in it, but now is the current head of Team Ro. And Sai decides to stay in the Anbu with Yamato as the vice captain of Team Ro. As Naruto decides to stay with Kakashi and reveal his identity to him, which made Kakashi even more want to leave the Anbu. So, yeah. But also the seal is on Naruto's tongue. Danzo doesn't know that Kurama ate it. So, yeah. Now, Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura are Team 7. But Naruto had already kind of gauged what their ability was. Because he started to test his team. Sakura, proficient in Genjutsu. On her way home, he had tags and activated a Sharingan Genjutsu. To his shock, she saw through it. She didn't say release, she just walked through the Genjutsu like it was never there. The next day, B rank. She felt it and kind of shrugged it off, but she had a headache after. A rank. She saw it, just said release, and it was gone. So Naruto knows that Sakura isn't proficient in ninjutsu, but possibly taijutsu and genjutsu is where she could specialize. So Naruto already has a scroll prepared for Kakashi to give her. For Sasuke specializes in attacking and specializes in taijutsu and fire style jutsu. Kakashi already has jutsu prepared for it. So yeah. Also, Sasuke is aware that Itachi did not kill the entire clan because Sasuke has a parents. But now, what happened is well, one, the Uchiha, they're convinced here and they wouldn't do any wrong before Itachi even left. Well, actually, no, that wouldn't make sense. But they're able to see that, they're able to know what Itachi did, and they stay in their place, and, we would want to move, but now, to pay for Itachi's crimes, we'll stay here. So, Hiruzen's okay with this. But Naruto knows Sai and Naruto had to have something to do with this. Kakashi and Yamato were out of town, and Naruto and Sai were the only ones in the village. So, yeah. But Sasuke did gain his once-away Sharingan, hearing that Itachi had left him to get treason for his best friend. But Sasuke did not gain this out of anger or sadness. He gained this that his brother had goals. One that Itachi would have done for it. One that Sasuke would have done for his brother. So, despite him and Itachi never having a brother-to-brother relationship, but as they still loved each other, Sasuke had felt a connection with Itachi through similar ideals. Or ideals that made sense. So yeah. With this, Sasuke would train to learn how to be like his brother. And with this, well, Shisui himself is not in the Akatsuki. That actually is Itachi. Shisui himself is actually more or less in the Hidden Reign, living his life, but as an informant for Nagato and Konan. So yes, and he had used Kodomatsu on them both. So yeah, so they both feed him intel about Obito. So yeah. Or he uses it on a path of pain. So yeah. And that path of pain linked to Nagato, so when Nagato looks at through the path of pain, looks at Shisui, Nagato is also hit by it. The thing is, well, Obito doesn't know about this, he only knows about Nagato, Yahiko, Konan, not the other 5 paths. So, yeah. Or he doesn't care about them, Naruto doesn't know about them. So yeah. And Naruto, sorry about that. So Naruto and Shisui also exchange information from time to time, so they're pretty chill. Pause. So yeah. So Naruto and his team, well, him and Shisui exchange information. Itachi has the same code contract as Itachi, not Sasuke. It's Shisui taught it to Itachi, and yeah. Also, Kakashi and Yamato are aware of what happened with Itachi, so yeah. So just wondering about Naruto's control over Kurama. Danzo couldn't use Genjutsu as powerful as Obito's to hold a Jinchuriki under permanent Genjutsu, but he's able to subdue Kurama's personality and make it more or less not docile, but make it more compliant. He's more reasonable. He's a much more reasonable creature, which allows Naruto to wield a full 3 tails right now. But 4 tails is where his body begins being burned quicker. As Kurama is still the Yang half, so he's a lot more, hold up. Naruto's the Yang half of Kurama, which is a bit more aggressive, and a bit, he's the opposite of, I don't know how to describe the tailed beast, where one is what Hagurama would want the tailed beast to be, the other half is what the tailed beast wants to be towards humanity. Yin is what Naruto has, and this is the opposite of what Hagurama would want. So, yeah. So, basically, Danzo turned yin to yang, basically. Which means that Naruto can use wind, lightning. He can use wind, lightning. Actually, no. I can see him using, because common trend is that Itachi can use fire, water, earth. Yamato can... Wait, is it fire, water, earth? So yeah, Itachi can use wind, water, lightning. Yamato can use earth, water, and that's it, I think. Kakashi can do all 5, yin-yang release. And Itachi, I believe, is fire and lightning. So, I'd probably say that Naruto would likely learn how to do wind, water, and earth release only. And he's on the verge of learning how to do lightning. So, yeah. Wind, water, and earth. But then lightning is something he's coming towards right now. But he can also do yin yang and yin yang release pretty well, actually. And that's how he actually has Yojimbo makes bugs that he learned how to funnel chakra through them perfectly. Even taking in a lot more bugs and breeding them to make poisonous ones. So yeah. He also befriended Chino in his 1 year of the academy. So yeah. Shino also taught him how to like breed bugs, as Naruto simply says. But the Aburames and then she made holes in his own body that let the bugs seep into, and then the wounds healed, but were perfect for the bugs. So yeah, so Shino helps Naruto occasionally. Naruto also learned the Akimichi's calorie control. Then he learned the Nara's shadow paralysis jutsu. So yeah, well, the Nara, the Aburame, the the Nara, the Aburame, the Akimichi, and whatever clan Sai is from. Naruto learned their clan-specific jutsu, being, well, ink release for Sai, or ninja beast rolls, because Naruto learned how to do that, so, yeah. But now Naruto also has two summonings, being Ninken and Crows, so, yeah. Naruto has his own scroll of Pakun, or contact with Pakun. So, yeah, but he summons wolves. But, yeah. And we go on now to just, well, after Kakashi meets Team 7, he gives Sakura and Sasuke both scrolls, and these scrolls contain well, their specialties. Sakura's scroll contains Genjutsu and Taijutsu, also a bit on chakra control. Then Sasuke's contains chakra control, Taijutsu, and fire release. And, well, not actually, no, he wouldn't need fire release because he has Fugaku and Mikoto in his life, and Mikoto would likely train him because Mikoto's a high jonin that was underutilized because Naruto characters the Naruto author cannot write women. So, yeah. This one we're gonna utilize Izumi Uchiha, and we're gonna utilize Izumi and Mikoto. Those two will train Naruto because Mikoto's his mother, Izumi is Itachi's girlfriend, and Sasuke would actually reach out to her and gain like a small friendship with her, just talk about Itachi and reminisce about Itachi. Plus, Itachi was a close-off person. Izumi was his girlfriend. Izumi told him what he never knew. So, yeah. So Izumi and Mikoto teach Naruto teach Sasuke fire release. And then Sasuke would learn taijutsu and stuff from himself and from like the scroll, his dad and such. Sakura overnight got a hang of all these different genjutsu, so yeah. So to show overnight she already started when having an E rank all the way up to C rank genjutsu pretty easily. Or her ability to use them, not break out of them. She can break out of basically any genjutsu now, besides like Tsukuyomi and Infinite Tsukuyomi. Kokoto Matsukami would basically be like her limit. So yeah. Then Tsukuyomi and Infinite Tsukuyomi are out of her limit. So yeah. But now when it came to the bell test, Naruto already saw through this, as Naruto was given the bell test before, as Kakashi wanted to test him because he was with Minato, and he had a bit of similar personality quirks. And Anbu, he was a lot like a darker Minato, basically. So that's why Kakashi tested him. So yeah, so Naruto, Sai, and Itachi took the bell test, and they passed. So and Naruto was aware of what this was, plus he can force teamwork without his team knowing. So yeah. But Naruto quickly got the hang of this bell test with his new teammates, and Sakura quickly understood the situation. With Sasuke being a bit more talkative, Sakura's crush is warranted, but also Sasuke's like more like an acquaintance to her. Like, if they're on the street, they'll like, oh, well, how's your day? It's pretty good. Bye. That's kind of the stuff they have. So yeah, so Sakura doesn't need to simp over Sasuke every waking moment, and doesn't hate Naruto because she's only known him a year. So yeah. So with this, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, or Naruto and Sakura get on pretty well, and Naruto simply is able to trick Sasuke into working with them. Kakashi's briefly under Genjutsu, which he broke out of immediately, but a Lion's Barrage, and instead of a final punch down or kick down, instead it was a Fireball Jutsu. That was actually a feint for a Phoenix Flower, which actually cut Kakashi across the arm. And he went into that, knocking out a ton of bugs towards Kakashi, one of them paralyzing him. As Naruto made a less venomous Kokochu bug, I believe it's called. Hold up. So Naruto basically made a less venomous Kokochu bug that can paralyze his enemy. And that bug crawled into Kakashi's skin through the small cut that the Flame Flower Jutsu made on him, because he can throw kunai into it. And Kakashi was paralyzed, as Sakura then used her strongest Genjutsu. And then as soon as they got close enough, Sakura and Sasuke took the bells, and Kakashi says, "Good, you pass." Then Naruto ended up weaving a hand seal as the Kochu bug flew out of him. Or the Kokochu is what Naruto calls it. Flew out of Kakashi's skin, landed in Naruto's hands, and then Naruto ended up tapping Kakashi as the paralysis broke. Leaving Kakashi to say that, they work well as a team. But Sasuke was obviously tricked into working as a team because he didn't realize this was what the exam was about. So, yeah. But going forward, we can go on to, like, we can go on to just a month and a half passing. Sakura had already grown to S rank in Genjutsu. When Ricardo Masakami, she can actually shrug it off. And Naruto would talk to Shisui a bit more. Point where Shisui decides to actually join the Akatsuki now. So, yeah. And with this, Itachi and Shisui prove that they know each other. And Shisui says that him and Itachi were partners in the Anbu. So yeah. Also, well, Shisui reports back to Naruto that Itachi is dying of an illness. He doesn't know what illness, but it's a chakra one. This is where Naruto realizes why Sai said that Itachi had something wrong with him all those years ago. Itachi likely had the same disease as Sai's brother. But then this gave Naruto an idea. During the month and a half, pause. During the month and a half, Naruto is able to briefly get back in the Anbu with Yamato and Sai's help. Finds Sai's brother's file that's like his records, but not like what disease he had, but the symptoms of it. They even had like tests to see if they could cure it, and he found pills with moderate success. He told Naruto what medication he took, and with this, Naruto decides to find some way to get this medication to Hidden Leaf doctors. Hidden Leaf doctors make some sort of concoction, combine it with the pills, send it back to Shisui. And then over that month and a half, Shisui says Itachi's getting a lot better, but they're not curing him. Naruto had another idea. With this one, Naruto told Hiruzen, and Hiruzen already knew about Itachi being not being a legitimate treason. Remember, he says that Danzo's trying to harm him and Shisui. But with this, Naruto gave Hiruzen, like, the medicine, like Hiruzen contact Shisui and stuff. And with this, Hiruzen sends out a messenger girl for Tsunade with pills attached. But also a book that can be opened in a scroll, or the Hawk has a scroll that Tsunade can get. The Hawk found Tsunade just because of the plot, and Tsunade looked in the scroll, and when she heard why Hiruzen needs this done, then she actually kind of sympathized with it. Because some innocent boy who was almost harmed by the Hidden Leaf is still spying for them on this group. So with this, Tsunade herself would be studying, giving up gambling for a long time to study medicine. And Suzune is helping her. To the point where Jirai even caught up with Tsunade, and not even tracking. He just found he found her in a bar, and yeah. Now back to the story. Now Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, because Naruto's on their team, except for Kakashi, and Sasuke at this point he's already around average Chunin level. Naruto is around low Kage. Sakura is low Chunin as well. Sakura can contend Sasuke actually. Like her Genjutsu is that powerful. She's an S rank ninja in Genjutsu. But only thing she has is Genjutsu and really good chakra control. Naruto's low Kage, the fact that his skills combined with his advanced learning and Kurama Cloak, he's basically a demon. So, yeah. But we go on now to basically Team 7, and, well, the Bridge Builder mission. Tarzan's like, but these kids, this is a C-rank mission, are you kidding me? He says, oh, they've been on 2 S ranks. Naruto himself, as Team 7 would now hear, besides Kakashi, now hear Naruto's background, says, Naruto was raised in the Anbu Black Ops. He's been on hundreds of S ranks. A C rank is likely disrespecting him if you think about it. Sasuke Fro, assuming that Naruto was in the Anbu. Naruto says, I guess it's time I tell you, Sasuke. Me and your brother were on the same team. Sasuke froze, but Naruto simply says, before you ask, no, I don't know what he did. Sasuke put his head down, but Naruto simply says, on their mission, he'll tell them stories of what he knew. Sasuke just nodded as that gave him what he wanted to some degree. So yeah. So with this, we go on now to basically Bridge Builder mission, not concluding what's going on. The first time that they see the puddle, one, there's no Genjutsu. Sakura saw through it. They all saw through it besides Tazuna. Sakura is holding on to Tazuna, so the Genjutsu is basically broken. She's holding on to him, so the Genjutsu is always broken, no matter what type it is. When they walk the puddle, the Demon Brothers were already seen in the puddle. As soon as they passed the puddle, the Demon Brothers jumped out trying to get them because they knew that they saw them, but simply ignored them. But immediately, they realized that Naruto was behind them, holding 2 strings. And Sakura then smirked as she had a hand seal up that made a mirage walk by. Naruto just set up wires in the way. Seems like Naruto is like Manager Ken from Look at Him with the strings. They didn't really get trapped in it. Naruto ended up throwing chakra through them and pulling, almost killing them. But they got all the information that they had, so that the other brother didn't die. So yeah. So with this, we go on again to, I believe, Paul. From that notification I got, I forgot if I said Naruto the yin or yang half. He had the yang half, so yeah. I just want to make sure that I didn't get it mixed up. So yeah. But yeah, the demon are basically trapped in the wires. They still have the information they have. Kakashi's Genjutsu, and they keep walking. It comes to the mist, and Sakura saw through it pretty clearly using just chakra around her eyes. Kakashi had a Sharingan out. Sasuke had his Sharingan out, and Naruto could just sense the entire acre of woods that they're in, so it didn't really matter to him. Think of him as like Toph when he's blinded. So yeah, he saw Zabuza and Haku. Kakashi sensed Haku. Sakura could see Haku, and they all saw Zabuza. So yeah, when Zabuza threw the Executioner's Blade, Naruto ended up taking this pose before using kunai in his hand to stab through the Executioner's Blade, and then spin it by using wind release, making a giant hole in the Executioner's Blade, making it a lot lighter. Actually leaving no blade, just the blunt end from where the hole is. Now with this, Zabuza grabbed it, trying to actually hit Naruto where the hole was, hoping to use the sharp edges. And then Naruto basically graded it perfectly. At the best, it's like sandpaper. At the worst. At the best, the worst, it feels like sandpaper gently go across your skin from how Naruto had to use wind release on the kunai. Now Zabuza immediately froze, only punched right in the jaw by Naruto, who has his red aura around him right now, but no tail. Now Zabuza hit the ground immediately as Naruto grabbed the blade, throwing it at Haku. Haku tried to dodge it, only for Sakura to appear below Haku, and stabbed Haku in the leg with the kunai. As Sasuke appeared, grabbing Haku by the collar and headbutting him in the mask, breaking it and knocking them out. But with this, they defeated Zabuza and Haku, they interrogate them, and they leave them there because they're not a threat if they're defeated this easily. But then again, they were caught by surprise, so who knows. So yeah. Now going on again, we go to hold up. So yeah, so they have Zabuza and Haku there because they will be in trouble, even though they were caught by surprise. Even then, they go land of waves. Kazuma is living relatively peacefully. Naruto told Inari about heroes. Naruto says, he doesn't believe in heroes either, but he believes in people who can make a difference. They're not heroes, because heroes live forever. Humans cannot. But Inari's father wasn't a hero. He was a man who changed the land of waves for the better. It is now Inari's turn. It can be Inari's family tradition to save the land of waves. Inari's grandfather Tazuna saved the land of waves by building a bridge to trade. Naruto thinks Inari's father saved the land of waves from Gato, for Gato's tyranny for a while. Well, now Inari's turn could help get rid of Gato. This made Inari smile and cry, so for Inari's mother and Tazuna. Now with this, we go forward again to now, a little training for chakra. This one for the chakra training, it's more or less one that's just Naruto meditating and teaching Inari how to use kunai. So yeah. But then it went on to just, those two shinobi kidnapping Inari's mom. But Inari learned how to throw kunai. Now, because Inari is small and kunai are big, Naruto had used chakra to cut one down from a kunai, making it perfect size for Inari. But Inari was also taught where to throw it. But Inari had a better idea. Of course, one of the guys was stabbing kunai into his calf and dragging it up. Blood splashed Inari's face, but Inari just wasn't phased, dedicated, kind of focused on saving his mom. Inari jumped before punching the guy in the face, right in the chin where Naruto had taught him. The guy hit the ground, and then Inari used another small kunai, throwing it in the other guy's eye. Because the kunai was relatively small and a bit dull because Naruto's chakra, the kunai can give him a headache. But Inari's mom headbutted him with the back of, hit him in the face with the back of her head, then threw him into the water, kind of letting him drown. Inari's mom got in the ocean, letting him drown as well, saving them both. And with this, on the bridge, Naruto is there fighting Zabuza by himself, while Sasuke and Sakura are fighting Haku. Kakashi's honestly helping build the bridge as Tasuna's panicking, but Kakashi's relatively calm. Immediately the Tasuna's like, shouldn't you be helping Naruto? And Kakashi simply says, "Oh no! On the Anbu team we were on, he gave me a run for my money for my money almost every day, and I can pretty easily handle guys like Zabuza. Naruto will handle him even easier." Then eventually, as soon as Zabuza got close enough, Naruto bit his thumb, summoned a crow that appeared in front of him, and the crow looked at Zabuza. Zabuza immediately hit the ground unconscious, and the crow vanished. This crow being the Kodomatsukami crow, with a constantly activated Sharingan. So, yeah, that happened to be a Mangekyo Sharingan. So, yeah. Zabuza on his knees fainted, on his knees unconscious. Haku fought Sasuke and Sakura. Sakura took a majority of Sasuke's senbone, but at the end of it, Haku realized that no senbone actually hit Sakura. Sakura happened to be a lot more proficient in Genjutsu, so Haku never really hit anyone, he hit the ground. And Sasuke finished it off with a punch to the face, knocking out Haku for sure. Gato's men arrive. Inari picked up a kunai that was obviously a bit too big, but had a way to throw it. Inari hid in the bushes, and right as Gato was around, Inari had a small thought. If Gato's dead, they won't get paid. If they don't get paid, they leave and raid Gato for all his money. As soon as Gato began making a speech even to Tazuna about his idiot son-in-law, Inari threw kunai as hard as fast as he could, right back at Gato's head, killing him officially. When Inari jumped up, as soon as he turned around to see what's going on, Inari yelled, saying, All right, Gato is dead. That means you guys don't get paid. Only way to get your money is if you take over his businesses and raid them, right? I was like, oh yeah, we never thought of that. Most of the guards there are us. They left saying, all right, yeah, whatever. We'll spare you for now. As Kakashi had like one hand seal away from Raikiri. So, yeah. Well, it was kind of funny. Inari then did as Naruto said he could. Be the hero or be the man in his family to make a difference by getting rid of Gato. And Inari had to get used to all the blood on his body, but he was still scared because of the heat of the moment, though. So, yeah. Horns. All right. Pause. Sorry. So, yeah. But Naruto's able basically, not Naruto. Inari's able to give over the fact that he killed a guy, and well, his mom sent two of them to drown, but yeah. But Inari now decides to train to be the strongest shinobi for the Land of Waves. As Naruto left him an entire shinobi scroll that was an Anbu scroll, but Inari's going to learn. But also Naruto awakened his chakra by forcing his own chakra onto Inari and awakening Inari's own. Inari's relatively average for a kid, so it didn't matter. But Inari learned slowly but surely how to channel chakra and stuff. Because in the Land of Waves, Inari's nature is wind. So, yeah. His nature is water, and I will say wind. So, yeah. Now, Chunin exams. Obviously, they are there. They're going to participate. Sasuke is Chunin level, so Sakura, Naruto's Kage level. It's that simple. For the preparation, Naruto had learned perfect lightning and earth release, giving him all 5 natures now. Well, not all 5. Giving him 4 minus 5 fire release. But earth, wind, water, lightning, yin, yang, he has all that. So yeah. And when it came to the written test, Naruto got the same score as Minato, allowing him to basically study how everyone cheats, and to study what kind of people they are. So yeah. Sasuke passed the test by copying Sakura, who copied Naruto from a distance. Not perfectly, but she copied everything that she could. So yeah. Now go on forward again. So I'm going to say, we go on forward to probably just forced to death, which is probably just not much different till Naruto's about to get kidnapped by the Rain team. There's the moment that they try though. Well, Shisui appeared behind them and knocked them both out pretty easily, actually. So yeah. Also, Shisui. Well, Nagato had heard about Shisui's ability. Shisui says, "Oh yeah, he has a really powerful MS. We can't use it because if he does, he's going to go blind in whatever eye was used, or maybe them both, for 10 years." So Nagato basically gave Shisui, after a conversation with Obito, Hashirama cells. So yeah, Zetsu body. Giving Shisui one Zetsu arm and a bit more Zetsu body parts. So yeah. So any scar or small injury that was on Shisui's body is now replaced with Zetsu being a lot more pale in those certain areas. So yeah. He's not as much Zetsu as Obito is, but still getting close to there, allowing him to basically just spam MS no matter what he wants now. Because he has a pseudo Mangekyo Sharingan in his other eye. Because like he's close related to that user of the Sharingan on DNA wise. Well, once he has hot trauma cells, he basically can use a perfect Susanoo because he wouldn't go blind. And he has 2 MS, not unlike Obito who only has 1, so Susanoo. And Shisui can basically use it with Itachi, as Itachi does not want hot trauma cells, he wants a cure to his disease, and then he'll be stronger. So yeah. But we go on to basically just, Shisui in the woods, took out the Hidden Rain team, and told Naruto about the Akatsuki right now. But also told Naruto that it returns in the forest, probably trying to get Sasuke. Naruto nodded, and says that he'll handle Orochimaru. So yeah, so Shisui then disappears. It's obvious it was a clone. So yeah. Now when it returned to attack using the giant snake, Naruto went into his, basically just the claws and red eyes form, but no cloak. He just like a giant roar that basically blew the snake's body into pieces. And Naruto jumped off with his body being obviously shredded apart, with his skin being just shredded and stuff, and his clothes too. Naruto and Orochimaru basically engaged in hand-to-hand combat, basically being equals. So yeah. But then Naruto asked Orochimaru if he wanted him to go all out, and Orochimaru says, "Go ahead, brat, go all out, and I'll still kill you." But Naruto handed Sakura kunai, saying throw those around, but be sure to channel only this much chakra into it. If you do so, as she throws the kunai all around, Sasuke easier for you, so you need to retreat. The other teams he has here, you should be able to beat on your own, but beware of Kabuto Yakushi. He used to be my older brother. I modeled myself after him. Any jutsu I can use likely besides the 9 Tails abilities, he may be able to use. I can never be sure. Sasuke nodded as he ran off, and Naruto also told him Kabuto had glasses, so you would beware of those. Silver-haired glasses, so you just told to watch out for that. But yeah, so as soon as Sakura threw the kunai, they basically set up genjutsu barriers that summon Naruto's bugs out of his body that are the Kokochu. So yeah. So with this, Orochimaru and Naruto fight with Naruto going into his 3-tail state, then activating 4 tails, and still piecing up Orochimaru. Orochimaru to escape, only have bugs ambush his entire body, and paralyze him. Allowing Naruto to basically kill Orochimaru, or nearly kill him. But Naruto kind of abandoned that, so he doesn't know if he did or didn't. His injuries will determine that. Kabuto got Orochimaru out of there. While Naruto and Sakura reunite with Sasuke, who's under the same tree, with Team Dosu basically being dead, but Sasuke barely able to move. And Naruto realized Sasuke had a ton of broken bones. What happened was, the moment the Sasuke found them, Sasuke basically used the giant sound wave, which did hit Sasuke full force. Sasuke hit the ground, and body flickered immediately, appearing behind Zaku, snapping his neck as hard as he could, or using as much force as he could to snap his neck. Dosu even got in his ears, but simple Sharingan Genjutsu, then appearing below him, stepping through his hand, and dragging the kunai up to his throat, splitting it, killing him immediately. Putting Keen through a few Senbon in him, paralyzing him, and then she stabbed him with kunai a few dozen times, but they couldn't get deep enough to kill him, or create any fatal injury. But this allowed him to actually grab her by the neck with one hand and strangle her. So, a lot of neck injuries. But not to put a chocolate cloak around Sasuke. Allowing Sasuke to wear it for around an hour before waking back up. They take Team Dosu's scroll, or I think Orochimaru scroll because Orochimaru had the scroll they needed. Then they get into the full tower, being the third team there, behind Team Gaara and Team Miscellaneous. So yeah. Luckily, watch Sasuke kill his entire team, but barely do it. So yeah. Now, 5 days pass, Sasuke's fully healed now because of Naruto's help. But as he's about to leave, he's bent on the neck, and then the curse mark abilities taking place, as Orochimaru disguised himself as a doctor of the Hidden Leaf. As soon as everyone sees what happened, he ran off, and Sasuke is immediately grabbed by Hiruzen, so Kakashi go in the back and seal him. Where was I? Oh yeah. So everyone goes to the rogue doctor, being Orochimaru, but Kabuto himself was also disguised and got Orochimaru out of there pretty easily. Because it was an ambush, Sasuke is not allowed to participate, but Team 7, being Naruto and Sakura, are allowed to continue. Now that they did already participate in the Chunin exams with only 2 members, but Sakura lost earlier, or had a draw, so she couldn't fight earlier. This one, she beats Ino with relatively minimal difficulty, being as good as in Genjutsu, well, probably the best in Genjutsu in Konoha, besides Kakashi, by probably. And, actually not. Yeah, probably being the best in Genjutsu in Konoha, actually. She learns it pretty quickly and breaks it pretty easily. So, yeah. And then, well, Sasuke does his thing and just sits in the back. But when it came to versus fighting Yoroi, that was left up to... Well, Team Delta is also entirely dead. I can see that there's no actual Chunin exams, probably just a lot more semifinals. But because there's an uneven amount of people there's likely going to be a lot more fights, like, between groups. First fight I'm going to say is Temari and Yoroi versus Naruto and Shikamaru. Now, Naruto handed Shikamaru kunai, telling Shikamaru that if you were to attach a chakra to this kunai, he had extended shadow process by 1.5 times. Shikamaru pulled out 4, saying, so 1.5 times 4. Huh. I can work with that. Naruto immediately kind of threw dust in the air, only for Shikamaru to disappear, as Naruto then waked Shikamaru, telling him he put a Genjutsu up, run. Shikamaru ran to the shadowed area, and threw kunai all along the shadow lines, or the lines that shadowed in the forest. And Naruto used Genjutsu to push Temari over there, and she knew that Shikamaru was likely over there, but she couldn't see the kunai and didn't hear what Naruto told Shikamaru. When she tried to back away, though, all 4 kunai had a shadow process around her and held her down, then only for him to use shadow stitching and hold her in place. At the same time, Yoroi was already on the ground, panicking, kind of like how Nagisa had that one substitute teacher in the second classroom, or that one physical ed teacher. Eyes covered, kunai or knife to Yoroi's throat, foaming at the mouth and crying. Naruto has Yoroi like that, and, well, Shikamaru kind of has a kunai to Temari's throat, allowing them to basically claim the win in 49 seconds. So, yeah. Sakura's match is against Ino, and I'll say it's against Ino and Kankuro. Kankuro was ready, issued a few hand seals, and immediately, after clasping her hands together, she yelled like whatever Genjutsu Kabuto used was called. Kabuto away, ignoring this Genjutsu strong, but she placed the front row members of the audience under it, but also placed Ino under it. Kankuro then ran, grabbing Ino's kunai pouch, before Kankuro can react, trying to use puppets to grab Ino and kill her. Kankuro knew he was trying to do that immediately, so as soon as he opened his puppet, Kankuro was able to pull Ino out of there, but, well, he shot through a kunai, but stopped it actually halfway through, which confused Kankuro. But immediately, Kankuro realized that Ino wasn't asleep, and Ino smirked. Kankuro pulled the puppet back, backing up, saying, "Oh, so double team, that's how it is." He pulled the puppet back on his back, only for Ino to say, "Wrong choice." With the hand seal, Kankuro then saw a brief tear of paper hit the ground, realizing that on the tag, there was an explosive tag. Ino tore it off and left it there, inside the puppet on Kankuro's back, as it blew up, leaving a giant burn mark on Kankuro's back, making him hit the ground unconscious. Ino tried to fight Sakura immediately by using my jutsu, saying, "Sorry, Sakura, I have to win." But immediately Sakura vanished, as it revealed it was a shadow clone. Behind, Ino just put in a chokehold and just choked out. Sakura just says, "I'd never ally myself with you until you apologize for calling me billboard brow earlier." Ino did just that, only for Sakura to not let go, and quickly incapacitate her with just a quick elbow to the chin. So yeah. So that ended up stopping Ino right then and there. And the final fight, or the fight of the finals, is Naruto, Lee, Neji, and Gaara. A free-for-all. There's no teams allowed. If there's any sense of teaming, the group may be disqualified. Naruto nodded as he ended up stretching, and then told Genma that he's ready, Genma being the proctor. So yeah. Now this the match starts. Then when it starts, Naruto will end up punching Neji in the solar plexus, making him pass out from that one punch. But then he immediately put Neji in reverse hold and just choked him out right then and there. Also, I'm wondering if I didn't mention Jiraiya. That was not much different. Something was just learned in a day. The rest 3 weeks or the rest 4.5 weeks was Rasengan training. Hard summoning. What do you think he'd do? All right. So yeah, but yeah, Neji is quickly knocked out by Naruto. While Gaara tries to take care of Lee, but Lee went into the fifth gate and began giving Gaara the hands disrespectfully. But as soon as Lee was about to land a knockout blow, Naruto just yelled, "Wind style, Rasengan!" Something into Lee's body, knocking him out, sending him flying into the stands, giving Lee a cracked spine, but not a fully broken one. So yeah, give him a wheelchair and a few healing in for a few weeks, and he'll be fine. So yeah, now leaving Naruto versus Gaara, and Gaara being running at Naruto as he went his hybrid form by will. But Naruto went into a Four Tails cloak and one-shot Gaara right then and there. Gaara was unconscious, and Naruto's overwhelming presence suppressed Shukaku, which led to Chrono Crush happening. As soon as Shinobi jumped in the stands, Kabuto had used the Genjutsu. Sakura walked up to Kabuto as everyone woke up or hit the ground. But when Ninja hit the ground, the citizens woke up and rushed out. Sakura pointed out to Guy and Kakashi and to Guy, Kakashi, and Sasuke where Kabuto was. So yeah. But as soon as Kabuto jumped over them and run away, suddenly Kunai just thrown in his foot, and then Naruto appeared below him, cutting him wide open using his fingertips, similar to the way that Kabuto cut down Nono. So yeah, being the orphanage mother. So yeah. So Nono's defeated. No. Kabuto's defeated. And Naruto wants to go up there. Naruto goes to help Hiruzen. Now with this, Kakashi would jump up, and as then kind of we came still secretly to Hiruzen, as Hiruzen would jump away. He jumped away, suddenly the whole entire bottom of the building is blown out, and the summonings hit the ground, being trapped under rubble, and reforming above it slowly. But suddenly Sealing Anbu had already wrapped them up, and as soon as Naruto tried to break it, he's punched in the face by Sakura, who enhanced her strength with chakra, sending him flying into a building. The first second of Hokage are sealed, and with this, Hiruzen is able to seal away everything below Orochimaru's neck, paralyzing him from the neck down. But Hiruzen still died. So yeah. He had to jump into the barrier so he didn't fall onto the ceiling, which did burn him severely, lowering his chakra to heal himself. So yeah. But Naruto and Sakura are crowned as heroes for this exam. And yeah, plus the hidden sand is associated with it because hidden sand were outside the village but quickly taken down. It was more the hidden sound as the perpetrators, and the hidden sand were just unfortunately tricked, more or less. Because why wouldn't they use a strong Jinchuriki? So yeah. Because of Naruto one punching Gaara, they underestimated his strength, making it seem like he was just some run-of-the-mill kid who happened to have a tailed beast. So yeah. I'm going to end this part here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more. Next part being all things Naruto Retrieval Mission, all the way through to the beginning of the 4th Great Ninja War. After that, into Boruto. Adios.